No, I think that you are due through the headphones, and that's fine. I think that my mic is good enough to not really pick it up that much. But we can ask if anybody has a problem with it.
Okay.
We're live.
Oh, good.
Oh, great.
Excellent.
All the technical difficulties.
Why is my camera so blurry
Why not?
and slow?
Because today we're just going to have all the technical difficulties. Duh.
Apparently, I like that sometimes we have none, and sometimes we have all of them.
We literally have had every single technical difficulty just now. Like, it just completely forgot all of our overlays except for this main one. I have no idea why. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to log into Twitch.
And my camera won't focus.
Delicious.
I should have put on some contour or something because boy, do I look white.
I like it's the best
Wow.
it's not focused, so you're just like a blob of white.
It's not that unfocused. They can see me. It's just a little bit. I'm watching on the Twitch thing, and so just a little bit. Anyways.
Yeah.
Welcome to ourselves because we're the only ones here.
Welcome. Name that movie.
Go in the Discord and say everyone it's starting.
I really hate you so much. She's the man. You fucker.
Oh, sorry. I didn't get that from the two things you said. It's not like I watch that all the time.
I literally love She's the Man. It's high quality. Okay, let me post in a key.
Say hello. Hello. Hi, Lexi. Lexi's on the TikTok live.
1 second.
Hi. We're on Twitch too, but you know, if you want to message us on there, Lexi, it might be easier to keep up with you.
Oh, is she on the TikTok live?
Yeah.
But you can see her, but I can't see her on my side.
I don't know why I don't know what reason you wouldn't be able to see her for.
It says that nobody's there.
We have it on, Lexi. We started it like 5 minutes early for some reason.
Well, because the starting soon thing wasn't working, and I don't know why, but God has forsaken us today, which is just like every other day.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
There's nothing new there.
Are you raising your child with the fear of God in her? Or is she just afraid of you?
I'm raising my child with the fear of me in her.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah, no. Just me. I'm enough.
I think that's probably good, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hi, Lexi.
I let her come to her own decisions. I just want to know. So Lexi's on the okay, good. She's on the stream now. Like, I can't see her.
Yeah, she's on the stream now.
Okay. Hi, Lexi. Me and Lexi just did a buddy read on that app that I invited you to. And we read the most.
Oh, hi! There's another person in there.
I've been depressed and now back into.
I've been depressed and back to reading. I get that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I have been reading is because of this godforsaken book club.
Yeah,
because otherwise I'd be in a depression hole.
Yep. The winter is coming. It's officially cold, and so I'm trying to fight off depression by just reading constantly. But I realize that just like trapping myself in a dark room, reading 24/7 is worse. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, we'll be all right. We need to do another one.
Lexi, I want to say, can you please?
Sorry.
Lexi, I want to say that I saw your comment on my Goodreads about me giving Love Hypothesis only 2 stars, but it wouldn't let me comment back for some reason.
You only gave it 2 stars.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
You gave it 2 stars.
I only gave Love Hypothesis 2 stars.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Wow, you really hated it.
No.
To me, 2 stars is hated it.
Anyway, before we get into that, we need to pick. So, I am forcing Rajane and the rest of you to read a holiday book with us. And these are the 2 I already own and haven't.
Is this because I'm a Grinch that you're making me read a holiday book?
Well, yeah, and just for the spirit.
All right, go ahead.
So these are the two you have to pick from. Drum roll, please.
Can you back away from the camera? There we go. Meet me under the mistletoe and the holiday swap.
Do you want me to read you a synopsis, or do you want to just go?
I would love that. Thank you.
Okay, this one says, a city bookshop owner heads to the English countryside for a holiday reunion, only to face her childhood enemy.
Okay.
So that's this one. Enemies, childhood enemies to lovers. The holiday swap, when, I don't know if this is chief or chef. How do you spell chief? C-H-E-F?
Chef.
Chef? When chef? It's a good thing we're in a reading club.
I'm shook.
Okay.
I'm shook.
When Chef Charlie Goodwin gets hit on the head on the LA set of her reality baking show, she loses her critical ability to taste and smell. Meanwhile, Charlie's identical twin, Cass, is frantically trying to hold her own life together back in their quaint mountain hometown while running the family's bakery and dealing with the breakup that just won't end. So, this is like the Princess Switch on Netflix.
No.
And this is like, you want this one?
Yeah.
Got it.
You knew when you said
Meet me under the mistletoe.
Once the word enemy left your mouth, you had to know.
So, Meet Me Under the Mistletoe by Jenny Bayless. And the reason we picked this is because I saw it for 20% off at Target.
Target's got some good book deals.
So, we'll see, won't we?
We shall.
But I do have to warn you, I should have told you before. The main character's name of this is Eleanor Noel, but they call her Nori.
Awesome.
So.
I was thinking the other day that authors recycle like the same like 30 names. Like if I had $1 for every Adam, Iris, Aaron, Shay, Noah, Nate, like I like get so confused. And it is a red flag. Lexi's correct. Yeah. Nori is a red flag. Olive,
yeah.
Or Olivia, like
Don't
some variation.
Oh, we should get us started though, because we have to start on this one.
You literally give it 2 stars. I cannot believe that.
Look, I have one tab in the whole thing. That's how little I gave a fuck about this book. I put one tab in the entire book. And you know I love to tab it.
I think the fact that you're getting on this stream and you are rating one of the most popular books on Book Talk 2 out of 5 stars. The cojones on
2 out of 5 stars.
Wow. So you hated it. Because 2 is a hate. We were similar, Riley, but lately we are not. Yeah.
Yes.
She's gone off the I agree. She has gone off the reservation. She's off the wagon. I don't know what she's doing anymore.
Okay, listen. This book,
her villain era,
was so unbearably slow. I wanted to stab an ice pick through my eyeball and into my brain so I didn't have to endure it anymore.
So dumb.
It was so slow.
It is very
Oh my god.
I'll give you that.
Also, I cannot with all these main characters named Adam. But can we stop?
I know. So okay, so how did you
know
like
my trauma with that name?
I know. I've been thinking about that ever since we started fucking Shattering. I'm like, how's Rylie doing? Is Rylie doing okay?
Not good. No. I'm not.
Oh god. Ever since I saw
unwell.
I literally saw Adam and was like, oh, we're gonna just keep on rolling. I love slow books.
Deeply unwell.
Lexi, you do love a slow burn. This is another one where I listened to the audiobook first.
Yeah.
But it's definitely okay. I'll give you that.
Everybody knows what this book's about, of course. It's a Kylo Ren fanfic, but with women in STEM. She literally named him Adam after Adam Driver. Like, I don't know how you didn't see that before.
I don't.
Quite honestly.
I don't know shit about Star Wars. That's how.
I don't know shit about Star Wars either, and even I knew that.
I don't know shit about Star Wars. Adam Driver. I don't know shit about it. I love to build up the tension.
Well, you do now, don't you?
Yeah, and I'll never be this.
I don't know if we need to really do a summary, but they're science-y. There's a lot of science bullshit that I don't care about. A man is disgusting, per usual.
Oh,
She's skinny per usual. She's white per usual. They
fake
fuck per
dating.
usual.
There's fake dating.
What?
There's fake dating when
There's the most ridiculous fake dating
I know.
I've ever read. Okay, I'm sorry. She just runs up to him and kisses him.
I think
She
for
non-consensually kisses him, but it's fine because he's been harboring a crush on her for years since
my
they
th-
randomly met in a bathroom.
my thing is that's the difference between consent and not consent. If he wants it, then it's consensual. If he doesn't want it, then it's not consensual. That's the difference.
He does put, Lexi said he put his whole tit in her mouth. He
Literally,
sure did.
her whole tit was just like
Yeah,
like
she
a
got tiny little
lollipop.
boobs though. She said that. She said she's tiny boobs and no curves, which is, that's fine for that sort of representation.
Second hand.
Oh, we got someone else in the chat.
She gives a
Hi.
yeah. She also
Secondhand
gives
are
a second hand. I think for me, what's the most unrealistic about the fake dating is the fact that they would just be like at the school picnic, just like oiling each other up, and none of the other teachers would be like, hey Adam, I think this is kind of inappropriate." All of the other teachers are like, "Yeah,
It's
Adam,
not.
get it. Fuck the students." I find it.
Well, the other fucking teacher fucks the student too.
Mm-hmm,
The gay teacher Holden
mm-hmm,
starts fucking her friend.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I just find that to be super strange that he would be even if she's not his student, she's still
Yeah.
a student, and so I find it really weird.
If you were fucking one of our teachers at ASU, I would put you in therapy.
I definitely, but the thing, even if I was, I
Yeah.
definitely would not be at like one of the school functions. Like, okay, now let me just put a whole bunch of sunscreen all over. Also, her friend, so fucking weird for that. Her friend is so like, come over
Her
here, Adam.
friend. How do you say her name? Do you say
I
it like
forgot.
on?
Yeah,
ANH? Is that on?
I think so. That was hot.
Oh, Lexi.
It would have been if they weren't just like, it was very awkward to me. Like, it was written very awkward. She's and it all makes sense, Lexi. Now we get it.
Yeah, I just had a hard time reading the sex scenes with the particular names that were name in general that was,
Yeah,
wafting around in there. So
for me,
I just kind of had to glaze over that.
yeah, I think I like the slow burn when the sex scene is just like, eh. Like, I found that sex scene to be very eh. I'm like, damn, I waited this long for you could take it? Nah.
You can take it.
He said you could take it.
He definitely I don't know. The whole sex part was weird though because it's like she wasn't a virgin, but he was like, "You're basically a virgin." She's like, "I'm not though."
I don't remember
She's
that.
like, "I haven't sucked a dick, but I'm not a virgin."
I don't remember any of that, honestly. It's been so
Well,
long.
he literally said that. He's like, "You're basically a virgin." She's like, "No, I'm not." Because she was like, "Oh, I'm asexual because I don't like fucking men." And I'm like, I hate to break it to you, most straight women don't like fucking men because they all suck. So
That was the third book I started reading in my. Okay. See, I've been reading Penn Dug since I was in high school. Like, I literally read The Bully in high school, so I feel like I needed like a little bit
yeah,
of something. But
I think that literally explains so much about you.
I'm glad I'm sure it does. I'm happy that you understand. I just feel
Yeah,
like
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the idea that they would be fake dating student professor and that they would be so open about it on campus and in front of like administration, even though it's not technically wrong. I was like, I find this to be really awkward. I found all of those moments to be awkward because I just was thinking about like the students not in her group and that one student who like bitched her out at one point and was like, this is what
Yeah.
your boyfriend does. I thought that he was wrong because like she's not responsible for the boyfriend, but I can see where that irritation would come from, where it's like, you're fucking the professor and I'm just
Yeah.
supposed to sit here and act like we're the same. We're not this. He may not be your professor, but
Yeah.
he's my professor,
Yep.
and we're not the same now. Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
because everyone thinks that you're deep dicking. I don't know. The whole fake dating thing, God, is always weird to me because, like, in the Spanish love deception, I can understand. I'm sure tons of people in real life have hired or asked people to be their date to a wedding
Yeah.
just to get their family off their back. And I get that because family's annoying as hell. But
Mhm.
there was just no reason. When you and I were texting about it, oh yeah, the scene where she sits on his lap was so, that's what I'm about to say. Like, you and I were texting about it, and like, her and An aren't best friends.
No.
First of
Oh,
all, because
no.
I consider us best friends, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I would never date your
I
ex.
would never. And you could never. Even if I had no
And the
feelings for
thing is,
him.
and RJ, the thing is, I know you would never because you had the opportunity and you passed it up.
Mhm.
Do you
Mhm.
remember that?
I
Yeah, yeah.
remember. I remember. I do. And being like, excuse me? Because here's my thing. Even if there's no feelings for me still, there's too many men in the world. There's too many fish in the sea.
Oh yeah.
Why you gotta fuck with the one?
Wait. Oh yeah.
And then that whole
Why you gotta
time that
fuck with
she's
the one she's fucked with? That's literally her only ex.
yeah. Yeah. And then
Like
for
that's my
me,
only ex. That's your only ex. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah. Nope.
it just seems targeted.
And it just like I can't move them out of that headspace of like they're your ex to like now they're my boyfriend. Like they'll always be like some like asexual being where I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I could never be like,
Yeah.
you deep dick my friend, and now we're deep dicking. I can't
No.
make that. I can't go from point A to point B.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's gross.
Yeah,
That's because it's gross.
it's slightly incestual. There's something about it that's like yuck, yuck. But it's
Yeah.
different because it's
Yeah.
grade school. Grade school.
Grad school.
That would be problematic.
Can either of us read?
I don't think for me it's not. I totally understand, and while I don't think it's wrong because I think between the two of them there was like a 7-year age gap. It's not that big of an age gap. She's 26.
Yeah.
For me it's just the fact that like as the other students, I'm now supposed to interact with you normally, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like when you have a family member that's way older than you, like dating someone that's your age, and you're like, I don't know how to interact with you on this. There's just something about like, and the fact that even though it's not wrong and it didn't violate the rules, as a professor, you would not be out there letting her just oil you up in sunscreen in front of everyone. You
No.
wouldn't.
Even if he's been obsessed with her since their clandestine, is that the right word? Meeting in the bathroom. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Nice.
We're recovering from Chef. Is that what's happening?
Please stop. We get it. Okay. I can't read.
But okay, so did you like Adam though as the book boyfriend?
Okay, this kills me because yeah, he was fine.
He was fine. Not problematic.
I wanted to hate him.
When
No,
he
I
said I'll
liked
fucking
at the
kill you.
end. That's what I was about to say. What's wrong with us? Truly.
But I
Because I was like,
literally
he's fine, whatever. And then at the end, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I was like,
literally melted.
okay.
I was like, okay, do it.
Okay.
Kill him.
Go for it. Oh my gosh.
I want to see it. Literally, no, there's something about when he was like, what did he say? You even look at her again, I'll fucking kill you. I was like,
Yes.
and sploot.
Yeah. So speaking of the things that RJ, the things that that guy said to her were disgusting. That guy Tom,
He needs
like
a mental facility.
that's the only thing I flagged in the whole book was that was that little section because I was so shocked because up until this point it was pretty boring. I was like, okay, yeah, we've done a couple fake kisses, we've done some fake coffee dates, whatever. She's going to Harvard. And I knew he was slimy because the gay friend didn't like him. I'm like, if the gay friend doesn't like you, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a general rule.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I knew that he was going to be gross. And then he was so gross that I had to flag it. It was just out of left field.
I think that like because his friend had been his friend's like since grade school, right? And he was like his best friend. He clearly loved Adam.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Holden. And so for Holden to have such abhorrent feelings about Tom, Bob, whatever his name is. Yeah, for him to, like that's when you know that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't like him. For me, there's like you're the pop star of STEM. What the fuck does that mean? Like when you come in like that, I'm like, well, because he kind of acted like he was like, you know, the big bad boy on campus in STEM, and like he's like the playboy of STEM, and I was like, what do you mean? I don't know what we're talking about. Like you're famous for a scientist, which means you're not famous.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Unfortunately, unless you're Albert Einstein or Tesla, right? That's his name. See? Don't even know. I don't even know these
Elon Musk.
famous scientists' names.
Elon Musk. We got it. We'll get
Not Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla.
Oh, the guy with the actual last name Tesla. Okay. You're right there. I'll give you that.
Elon Musk isn't a fucking what?
Elon Musk
Why
owns
would
Tesla. I assume that you were
Yeah, but he's
talking
not
about
a
the owner of
scientist.
Tesla. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. However, it just apparently it came out that a lot of his accreditation is not real. Like he lied about all the places he went to.
Oh, color me shocked.
Yeah, the dude that single-handedly
Wow.
tanked Twitter.
A white man lied about about what he could do. He
A
lied on
white
his
man?
resume.
No.
A white man lied.
Anyway, I
I'm
don't know how we
shocked.
got here, but
I
yes.
said Nikola Tesla.
Oh, yes. Anyway, Tom was an issue from the get-go. The things that he said were like so villainous.
Oh, it's probably me that's frozen.
Oh no.
Is it me? Oh, Rajne, look at your little TikTok.
Oh, it's all of us. Yeah, I can see on the phone. And I'm on it now. No, I'm not frozen and I'm back on the live, so I can see you here, but I can't see you on eCam. That was crazy. The whole thing just died.
I'm coming.
We're back. So strange.
I'm back. That's my fault, not yours. Sorry.
Okay.
Michael won't upgrade our Wi-Fi.
Sorry, everyone. That was super strange. Like the whole thing just stopped. It was like a system overload.
Was it your? Do you stop too, or just me?
Yeah. No, the whole stream stopped.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't me.
It was
Okay.
the whole system shut down. So welcome back,
It's
everybody.
usually my fault. So okay, great.
But you're much clearer now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. They can see all my white.
Back to I have no idea what we're saying. I like literally my
Yeah.
just like took over. So, but no. Oh, we were
Yeah.
talking about Tom and how he was just like a villain.
Oh yeah.
Like he wasn't even just like believable, just like a bad guy. Like he was just a villain. Like what's wrong with you, sir?
But the thing is, like, I do believe it because that's just how men be acting out here.
I know. For me, I was
Especially
like, how did
men with power?
yeah? I was like, how did Adam never see that this dude was a fucking problem?
Because he's a man, he didn't have to, you know.
And he's been so
Yeah.
obsessed with her that he's never probably even been in the situation where he would mistreat someone that he's friends with.
100, exactly.
But no, Tom was a fucking. And my thing is like, you're telling me right now that you're not immediately running back and like, yo, guess what your fucking friend said to me? Like,
oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I would have immediately come back and be like, so your fucking friend's a piece of shit, and you're a piece of shit for being his fucking friend. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I would have immediately run right back and been like, hey, what the fuck was that about, dude?
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like we should cut this one early because I know we both have a lot of thoughts on the finale of Shatter Me.
I would be scared.
Unless you have more things to voice about this book.
I would. So you gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I think I give it.
Yes.
I remember what I gave it. Like, I think I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5, like around average rating.
If I could do a half, I would have done a 2.5. But Goodreads only lets you do 2, so I did 2.
I wish you could do halves, but
yeah.
The spice, I give it a 1. It's like Colleen Hoover spice. It's nothing. It's right.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't even mention his girth or anything. I'm like, why am I here? Let me hear about the girth.
Yeah, I want to hear what the
What's he packing?
Yeah, what's the width?
I know you said it was big. Like, whip a ruler out, you know? Like, let me
apparently
see it.
You're practically a virgin. What do you know about big? I would be scared.
She's not even a virgin.
Lexi said she'd be
That's
scared.
the thing.
Adam. I think I'm just so aggressive and so angry that I would have been like, yo, fuck you and your friend.
Yeah, what you have to realize about RJ is she has the anger not deep within. It's just right below the surface.
Always.
For the both of us, actually. Yeah. That's why we didn't really work as roommates.
No.
Because the both of us are so volatile.
It's always just waiting. I'm always just waiting. I'm that person that's like, give me the chance. Give me an opportunity.
Oh, I know. I know. If I leave a dish out, if I had left a dish out, I would have been like, oh, fuck. We're fighting.
We're
We're like
screaming.
fully fighting. Yeah.
Oh.
But somehow our friendship survives that. So it's important to comment on.
Yeah, we're still good. I was like, oh no, I'm full of rage, but I think I would be.
Oh.
I see. I don't even think Tom would have left that room with his ball sack intact.
No.
If I were in that room, it would have been like, what the just say to me?
I literally, not enough people go for the balls. I'll tell you what.
Oh,
like,
they're
just
so
go
sensitive.
for that.
And they're right there. They're so sensitive. They're just hanging. Just grab them.
I was talking to Michael about that the other day. We were watching an action movie where two guys were fighting, and I'm like, why don't they go for each other's balls? Like, have you noticed that? Like, men when they fight each other in movies never go for the balls, but the first thing a woman will do, right into the nuts.
Yeah, and that's how you can tell the real self-defense videos when they teach you just go for the balls. I'm like, you know what you're talking about.
That's because it's annoying. It's like this weird thing with men is even if they're fighting each other, they respect each other enough not to go for the balls. Yeah. What's up with that? I don't know. I would grab your nipple and twist it right off if I had to.
That's the thing about women who fight. We're ruthless. Like, when women fight, it's like, no, we're scrapping. There's no honor.
I wouldn't fight you. There's just no chance in hell I would ever win that fight with you. So I would just let you go.
I'm not even playing. Anyway, let's talk about, what is it? Ignite Me. I'm so glad to be done.
Okay. So here's the thing. Originally, we thought that all 6 books were like part of the same series. Like, but they are the same series, but the next 3 books we're not reading because it's like the men's point of view.
The last thing I would ever want would be Adam fucking Cunt's point of view. And that's what I'm calling him from here on out. I hate that.
Adam Cunt? Or just Cunt?
His name now. Adam Cunt. Okay, I literally can't.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so we do have some predictions we need to go through because I wrote them on this little scrap of paper a month ago.
That's right. I can do this.
We were wrong about these because we were wrong about the books, right? So we thought that there was like 3 more books after this, but we were wrong. So these are going to be a little bit stupid because we're a little bit stupid.
We'll try our best, guys. That's all that we can ever do.
Okay, so it said 2 books later, Adam's going to find a new bitch, which obviously doesn't happen.
Well, that started to happen, no?
Actually, you're right. You're right. I'm going to do a little check mark on that one.
He was starting to feel Aaliyah a little bit because Aaliyah's a timid little girl.
She needs to run.
Adam's got some problems.
Dude. Okay. Kenji will die. Didn't happen. No. Luckily. But you wanted it to.
I did. And during the second book, I no longer wanted him to die because he became likable because he was the only one that would call Juliet on her shit. And then in this book, I again was like, I could take it if he was gone.
See, I feel the exact opposite. Okay. Castle will die. We were wrong about that.
Yep. I wish he had.
Castle will be evil. Unfortunate. That was my prediction. That was bad. I think that should have happened. I think that would have been a good twist.
Yeah, like if after they all died, pour him up inside, he just became evil. That would have been great.
Something bad will happen to James, but he won't die. Nothing bad happened to James.
No.
Should have. Would have been a good plot point. She'll end up with Warner. We were correct about that.
Obviously.
Just sex with Warner, not with Adam. That was your call. We were right about that. And lots of death. And there wasn't a ton of death. There was, but like none of the characters we really knew.
None of the main characters died. I mean, the whole camp obliterated, but none of the people that we
Yeah. Like, and Juliet kills her dad. Which happened. So, it's like 50-50. Yeah. So, okay. So most of this book is just Juliet training, realizing that she loves Warner, which even though he's blonde for some fuckhead reason.
For a bitch time in her own feelings, she's so embarrassingly just like out of touch with them. It's crazy.
I was pretty impressed by the sex scenes for it being a YA, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a fade to black.
I skimmed over them. I could not read them.
RJ.
Don't come after the blondes.
Lexi, you know we don't like blonde men. Blonde women are fine. Blonde men,
All women are
no,
beautiful. Most men
of
are
course.
repulsive.
Me. You're straight though, right?
Flexible.
Allegedly.
Since joining TikTok, I don't know. TikTok makes you question a lot of things about your life. I do.
Yeah, like, do I have ADHD? Yes.
Yep.
Undiagnosed. Anyway, I actually really liked this book. I gave it 4.
I'm never included.
Sorry, Lexi. Lexi likes blonde men for some reason. It just seems like a red flag to me. Like, you're an adult. Why is your hair blonde?
I'm so happy I'm not the old. Like, I feel some kind of way. I'm like, it just makes it very childish to me, I think. Like,
you're a grown man.
I think I like the harshness of like dark features, and so I'm like, when it's blonde, I'm like, I take you less seriously. Not as a woman, but as a man. I don't discriminate.
See, that's the thing. We don't discriminate either. We hate all men equally.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We just find some of them more fuckable.
Yeah. Still don't like them.
But we still don't like them.
Oh.
Yeah, I still don't like Warner, but I would. That
was scary.
Yeah, I still don't like Warner, but I would bone him. So let's keep that clear. Yeah, 100%.
I would kill
Absolutely.
Adam. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, let's talk about that. Kenji, Adam, Warner.
Marry Kenji. Fuck Warner.
You hate Kenji.
But he at least speaks like and talks to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys could actually have conversation.
Sure.
I'd marry Kenji. I'd fuck Warner. I would kill Adam in a heartbeat with no provocation outside of this game. Just.
I think that's the right way. Yeah.
Say I have dark features. I like people's life. That's totally fair. I'm not yucking your yum.
It's
just not my yum.
I'm a little bit. Just kidding. Like what you want.
Is Warner blonde? Are all of them blonde? All the guys besides Kenji?
Warner's blonde. I don't think Adam is. I think he has light brown hair.
Warner is blonde, right? Because he has a very icy.
Yeah.
I was not reading.
He's blonde with green eyes.
I was reading brown hair, brown. I was like envisioning that.
Well, it's because he's the dark love interest. Like we always expect the dark love interest to have dark hair. Like he's the, yeah, okay. So like he's the enemy in the enemies to lover, I guess, but he's not really even an enemy from book 2. So
I don't ever read any blonde guy as blonde though. Like even when we were reading things I never got over, I was reading brunette. I just can't do it. I read
blonde because I hated him.
Oof.
Yeah.
Going down this rabbit hole again.
Anyway, okay. Let's talk about what Adam does in this book. Okay. First, they think he's dead. They find him. Unfortunately, he's not dead. He thinks that Juliet's still his girlfriend, even though she broke up with him in the last book. So that's 1. That's no. Word to 3. She dumped him a month before. He thinks they're still together for some unknown, godforsaken reason. Then she breaks up with him again. And he is very volatile, screams in her face, calls her stupid. Then she has to break up with him again because he kicks her out, tells her he wishes she was dead instead of being with Aaron. And she's like, yeah, there's no way he ever loved me. So that's another one. He never loved her. He just love bombed her. Wishes he never met her. Exactly. What else did he do? He didn't tell Aaron that he was his brother until the last possible minute. What else did he do? I mean, he sucks. I don't know what else he did.
He showed up at Warner's place, still acting a goddamn fool.
He tried to kill Kenji.
Ding, 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 ding. I was waiting for you to get there.
Bare hand. She put Juliet's bare hand on Kenji.
And
thinking that it was going to kill him.
All out of jealousy, like, because he was saying, hey, Kenji was literally like, hey, man, you're being a dick again. You told me that if you were going to come here, you were going to not be a fucking dick. And so you come here and you're being a dick. And he says, what does he say? Like, if you like Juliet so much, then here, you can have her. Like, oh bitch, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, Adam is such a piece of shit. I almost threw my Kindle across the fucking room. I was like, this is unacceptable. Why is he acting like
And
this?
you were reading on the Kindle, because when we were texting about it, I'm like, oh, it's page 169. And you didn't know what I was talking about because you were on the Kindle. And then you got there and you were like, oh, there's no way. Yeah, she's not yours. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's why I like Warner so much better, because he never acts like she's his.
No,
like maybe a little bit in the first book, but like he gets over it.
He treats her with autonomy. Like, all he ever wants her to be is like the best version of herself, someone who is strong and like empowered. And so my thing is, like, he even called her out. He said, God, when you first came out of your fucking cave or cell, you were such an insolent little child. And I was like, go off. It's like, speak.
Absolutely.
And then he said, you're finally becoming who you actually are. And then Adam's like, I don't like who you are now. Okay, Adam, well, then don't. But shut up. Stop talking. Like, all he wanted to do was fucking berate her every chance he saw her. But the moment that Kenji's like, she's still in love with you, he comes running. You told her you wish she was dead.
Yep. Yeah, he said, thinking you were dead was so much better. It hurts so much less than this.
Just tell me you're a bitch.
Yikes.
Just say I'm
this
a bitch.
This is my favorite.
Less words.
Can I tell you my favorite line, though? Mm-hmm. And you have to admit that this is a good line, okay? So this is when her and Adam are arguing, and she says, we would have ended up in the same place sooner or later. That's not true. This is proof, he says, holding up my hand. We could have made it work. And she said, we're too different now. We want different things. And this, she said, I say, nodding to our hands, all this managed to prove is that you were extremely good at turning me off.
Spoke. Yeah, fuck you, sir. I read that and I was like, get it, bitch.
I know. I was like, that's when I texted you and I was like, okay, I like Juliet now.
Mm-hmm. I was like, thank God. He wanted her when she was weak. Aaron wanted her when she realized her strength. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Adam wanted a little girl.
He literally wanted someone very malleable, someone quiet, someone who doesn't have their own feelings and thoughts and is just sad. Someone to just like wallow in everything with him. And the moment that she was like, I'd rather be like living a life, he was like, who are you? You're a psycho.
It's like, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't you.
I don't know. I want to, because we used that Storygraph app and I was commenting. You were not.
I don't know how to use that app. Oh, I lost you on your live, by the way. Oh, I said you were disconnected due to bullying and harassment.
I was?
What did you do?
I just logged out of it because I was logging into the app, but I guess I got kicked out of it for bullying and harassment. Somebody reported me on the live. Yeah. Maybe it's because I called somebody cuss and bitch. Maybe I was being. That was a
while ago though, and it's fictional characters. So.
I don't know. This is not the first time. Like, you know that video I said where that girl, classic literature girl, and I just did a video where I was like, "You think you're better than everybody else?" That got taken down for bullying. I was like, my video got taken down for bullying. Okay.
Yeah. That video of that guy that I did forever ago with like the really long hair, that almost got taken down for bullying, but it didn't. I was like, wow. They're like, this is your first warning. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
Taken down. I was like, but this lady came on here and insulted all of us, but okay.
Yeah.
These are some of my comments. When Warner says, what could Kent possibly do for you? Now we're finally asking the important questions. Cunty Kent provides nothing to anyone. He's as useful as a wet mop with the personality of the dust bunnies under my couch.
Wow.
At one point I said, ew, who does useless little bitch boy think he's talking to? She should touch him and kill him. He says, I can't.
She can't even though.
No.
Because he's like immune.
He says, I can't deal with you anymore. And I said, then don't, Adam. Fuck right off, buddy. Yeah. He was really, she made him so hateable. Like, very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Very quickly.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was instant.
See, I will make comments on the next one. I didn't know I was supposed to be doing that. I was just texting you my every thought. Swipe right to filter my comments. No one's commenting anything.
Yeah,
I don't.
it says I cannot host a live until the 3rd because I got removed for bullying.
Why did someone report you but not me? It seems a little bit racist. It feels kind of targeted.
Talking about fictional characters. I'm really trying to figure out.
Wait,
Maybe
which one of the little bitches reported RJ? There's one person watching this. It's just Lexi. Did you do it, Lexi? She would never.
Is the information above accurate? No. I'm talking about fictional characters.
No. I'll just end mine. I don't even know how to end it.
TikTok misunderstood my live content.
Apparently.
That's the feedback I'm giving.
See, Lexi said I would never because I'm a bully.
I'm literally talking about fictional characters. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. We had like maybe 3 people in there, so I don't know who could have possibly done that.
I don't know. Nobody did. Was anybody even commenting saying that they were upset?
No.
Okay. Moving on. It's not like I'm going to live before the 3rd anyway, so I'm like, just keep on rolling. I don't know.
Anyways,
moving being a bully.
So we touched on Adam being a fucking moron. You glazed over the sex scenes, right?
Yeah.
I thought they were cute for a YA.
Because we were reading a YA, I was like, I don't know why I can't read this, but there was something about it that just made me feel kind of icky.
Yeah, I get that. But because he's like 19, I'm like, whatever. She's basically 18 anyway.
Yeah,
but I get what you mean.
I read them.
They didn't like detail anything.
No. But I read it all. I read them all as being like very childlike and like more so than they were even written because I hated them all so much that I was like, these are fucking children. So when you
were having a hard time with that when we were texting. I'm like, you have to remember, they're 17 and 19. And you're like, I don't fucking care. I hate all of them.
Yeah. I was like, I want her to kill them all.
Like, I fucking hate them.
Didn't I say that they should all jump Adam? I was like, if we were friends with Juliet.
Julie?
Her name is. I said, if we were all friends with Juliet and he said that venomous shit to her, they should be jumping him.
100%.
This is why I love buddy reading with you.
Yeah, next time, okay. For the next one, I will make comments. I will buddy read the next little holiday book with you on there. Okay. I didn't know you could do that. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lexi. That's a good quote.
It's a you're about to jump right in your ass. That's what I wanted them to do. I was like, how is everybody just sitting there letting him talk to her like this?
Yeah. No, couldn't be me.
Kenji later on was like, well, he still loves you. And I was like, what? He literally told her that he wishes she was dead. He can't, those two things can't happen at the same time.
No.
I'll read it together and make
okay.
We could do like an 8-way buddy read.
Oh.
That's a lot going on.
An 8-way.
That's a lot of moving parts.
Okay. An 8-way.
We'll do this.
We're just doing a threesome?
Yeah. 8's too much for me.
Just a 3-way.
Yeah, I can't handle that much going on.
Mine is Rylie Fallon, Lexi. You're going to have to add me because I have no fucking idea how to use this app. So.
You can use Goodreads. You can use this app.
I couldn't even figure out how to import my data from Goodreads.
Oh, yeah. No, that's complicated. You're not wrong about that because you have to like download this BBC and like, yeah, no, you're not wrong about that.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do that.
I wouldn't even do all that if like you don't have to do a buddy read. So I'll create the buddy read and I'll share it with you. You guys do have to become friends. OMG, a brunette, a redhead, the Holy Trinity. Anyway.
Oh, you're right. I'm a fake redhead though. Does that count?
I mean, but you've been.
It's actually.
I've known.
Just gray.
You've been redheads all so it doesn't count.
Well, a redhead and then a magenta head and then purple and then black and then back to red.
But we always come back to red.
And we always come back to red. Okay, excellent. Lexi's a fake one.
Perfect.
You went purple, not really. You couldn't even see it.
You just didn't see me during that period of my life. You can definitely see it. I literally had to cut off all my hair.
I just remember that one time we tried to bleach your hair and it did not work.
No.
We spent like $100 on bleach and it wouldn't take.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a dark time. I
Anyway.
think later, instead of bleaching your hair, we just went and got tattoos, remember? Yeah, yeah.
That I have been fighting that itch lately to like, all right, I'm just gonna get a tattoo.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get one soon, actually. I made an appointment.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I can tell I'm like on the verge of a mental breakdown. Yours is
Michael has 2 tattoos now, by the way. Did I tell you?
oh God, he he was doing nothing, then he just took off, huh?
Yeah. Well, pretty much after you
Oh,
get the first one.
fun baby.
We should get a
I
little book tattoo
I know.
together. Next time you're in town, let's go get book tattoos.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
Do
See,
it.
this is how little we care. We're like, excellent. Okay.
How many days? I think it happened like 3 times. I think I have most of my tattoos I got with you, and I like
Yeah.
it was me just walking upstairs and be like, let's go get a tattoo. You're like, all right. And us
Yeah.
being like, so what are you gonna get? We'll figure it out
I
when
don't know. Literally because we had the same manic and depressive episodes at the same times.
it worked
They
really well.
synced like our periods.
It worked really well at times and not well at all at other times.
Yeah. It was good. It was fine.
Anyway, back to this shit because we're running out of time. So Adam was a little bitch boy. He actually it ruined the whole series for me. Honestly, Adam's like abhorrent.
Yeah, it was quite the twist.
It
It
was
wasn't much character development. I really think this series could have like been a lot better. Like it's a good quality YA setup,
mm-hmm.
but honestly, I think our predictions were better. Like Castle dying, Kenji dying.
Yeah.
Like I think that we had better predictions, and the ending was so rushed for me that I didn't think it was the last book. I was like, oh, you know what? He's gonna come back. Like their dad's gonna be fine, obviously, because she just shot him twice and it was done.
I know.
Like all that buildup just to shoot him twice in the face like that and be done.
Well, so I read it on my Kindle, so it's a little bit different. But the last, like, from like the actual war starting, it's like 20 pages. It was like 20 swipes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and it's over. Okay.
Yep.
So like the whole book was literally her falling out of love with Adam, and realizing that she was in love with Aaron, even though her realizing she was in love with Aaron happened relatively suddenly. The whole book really was just like I don't. It was like a ragtag team of people getting together was the whole book, and then Adam.
Yeah. It very much felt like a prequel series, didn't it?
Yeah. Like I thought
Like
that.
it felt like we were amping up to something,
Mm-hmm.
and like we'll see this group of people in the future, like an X-Men situation, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I was prepared for the next 3 books to be like, oh, you thought it was over jokes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought.
People's perspectives, which for me, there are like there are times where like I want the other person's perspective, especially if it's like enemies to lover and they're saying things that are different to what they're feeling. But like in a situation like this, or people who want the perspective from Aaron from the Spanish Love Deception, I'm like, you don't need it. You know it. It's all like it's written on its face. Like you know exactly what like Adam didn't let anything back. You know what I mean? Aaron never held anything back. So for me, I'm like, I don't really need to read their perspectives. I know what they are. No point where they saying anything opposite than what they were feeling.
Yeah. Like Lexi, yeah, let us know you're continuing the series. Let one of us know if it is future or if it's like them recounting these, because I was confused about that because I looked that up and it was kind of confusing to me whether or not they were like their perspectives of these 3 books or if it's like future things. If it's future things, I'll pre-read one and see if it's worth it or if RJ would throw it through a window.
Ever recommend I read anything from Adam's perspective. You already know better.
I know.
Don't come in here having lost your mind now. No. I don't think it's
I don't know what it is. Okay, so speaking of, let's do ratings, and then I have to tell you what the next fantasy situation is because I don't know if you're going to be happy or not. I just decided on my own. I just kind of took it all into my own little hands this time.
Love it. Okay. Great. I give the last book 2 out of 5 stars. I give the overall series a 3 out of 5 stars.
Great. I gave the last book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm going to give the whole series a 4 out of 5 stars.
So different. We're so different.
I think that's what makes us strong.
Yeah, I think it makes this book club interesting.
Yeah. And overall spice, like a half, because it wasn't spicy, because they're teenagers, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
I'm gonna go with no stars.
Okay. Okay, Rajani. Have you heard of the book The Priory of the Orange Tree?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. That book is split into like 3 parts.
Mhm.
So I thought perhaps we could read that next. Lexi said no.
I think
I thought
you've really gone wrong.
maybe. I'm thinking maybe if you wanted to.
I think that
Because
we're
it
all now
was a
learning
suggestion a lot.
that you clearly don't like me very much. That's what we're learning. I am shook. How dare you? just leaves.
Okay, listen. On our suggestions box, that was always a suggestion, was that book. So I think it's a very popular book on Book Talk. We can just split it into the sections and do it, it's not too much if you just do like 1 section a month.
I think that I will do it because you read a lot of books for this book club that you can't stand.
Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Will do it. And when you see me in Storygraph cussing up a storm, please don't be appalled or shocked.
Because it is a high fantasy, Rajane.
She's part of the reestablishment. I see where Lexi's coming from with it, and she says so is Coho, but
Yeah. It is a high fantasy, so you will probably need to be taking notes.
Bitch, no. You're out of your fucking mind.
You're gonna make it glitch again.
Did you hear that? Y'all heard her just tell me that I gotta take fucking notes, right? I'm not crazy.
Just annotate it. And I think it's gay too. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, that was just an idea that I had in my brain. I figured you owed me from that stupid ass priest book you made me read and annotate. And that stupid ass Things We Never Got Over book.
Bruh, I'm in school. Thank you. I already have to read and annotate so many goddamn books. Take notes.
Lexi, you don't have to read it. That's the beauty of the book club. RJ and I have to read it.
Thank you. I gotta take notes on my day-to-day anyway. And now this bitch is like, here's another assignment. Okay.
I will tell you the sections and I will write it in the book club. I believe there's 3 sections. If there's only 2 sections, I will split the third. I will split it into 3 because it is quite big. So I think it's like 900 pages. But hey, listen, that's less pages than the Shatter Me series, okay? Because this one alone was like 400 something pages. So,
is it as
you're
easy
welcome.
to get through? Because the whole time we're reading it, you're like, it's so easy to read.
I don't know.
Quickly. Answer quickly.
I'm pretty sure the first section is just world building. I'm pretty sure the first 200 pages is just a world building.
I'm pretty sure next time I come to Arizona, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's done.
That's fair.
It's been decided. This is what we're doing.
Okay. So yeah, the next book we're regular reading is Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. Is that what it says? Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, and then we will read Prairie of the Orange Tree month to month. See how we all do. I'll split it up and tell you what sections we're doing. I'll put it in the YA section of the Discord. Yeah. RJ's in the Midwest too, aren't you? Where are you? Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Minnesota. I was in
You
Arizona.
Minnesota.
I lived in Arizona when the book club started. So yeah.
Yeah, but the mothership called her home, so.
It did, but she had to go back to school. Well, didn't have to.
The funny thing about our friendship is that unless we live together, we don't see each other until you move.
Yeah.
And then we talk more than we ever talked
I know.
over the past like 2 years of us living 20 minutes away from each other.
It's either we didn't talk to each other until I moved, or something traumatic was going on in my life, and my mother called you and was like, "Can you check on her? Make sure she's not dead?" And I had to like, "I'm not dead."
That was crazy.
It's happened multiple times. You say that?
Oh yeah, but the one, yeah, no, your mom calls me quite a bit. But the one specific time I remember I was at work and she called me frantic. She was like, RJ's fine friend says she's in the middle of the desert. I don't know where she is. It looks like she's in a lake. She's dead. And I was like, okay, take a breath. I will go. I will leave work early and I will go. And I told my boss, I'm like, my friend's mom's calling me. I couldn't make this up if I tried. My friend's mom is calling me. I haven't even talked to her in months because we moved out. But I have to go make sure she's not dead. So I was there. I drove all the way to Mesa, like 45 minutes away. And you texted me and said, hey, I'm fine. Sorry, don't come out here.
Yeah. Because and the best part is she's like, it looks like she's in the middle of the desert. Mom, it's Arizona. Everywhere is.
You were tubing.
I was tubing on that river. That river was a huge tubing. If she had just Google searched, she would have gone, oh, okay. And so I literally get out of the river, and there's cops everywhere, and we're all like, what's going on? Get in the car, and I'm like, oh, the cops are probably here for me. Leaving.
Yeah, they were 100%.
Yeah,
because your mom called me, and then called the cops again.
Yeah. Well, and then at the time,
and I will always answer the phone if I see Lawana show up on my phone. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well,
I'm like, what the fuck did this bitch do now?
And the problem was at the time I had Chewy, right? And I had an alarm system, and Chewy got out, and he tripped the alarm system. And then the cops showed up. I wasn't there. And then the alarm system called my mom. My mom tracks me. I'm out in the middle of the desert by a river. And that's how that goes. And that's the story of my life. My mom panicked.
Yeah. Yeah. That will teach you not to text your mom you're everywhere about from now on.
I didn't. She just Find My Friends me. I was like, oh.
No, I'm telling you, you have to tell her when you're going somewhere.
Ever since then, every time I went tubing, I was like, hey, because then she called the whole family.
Yeah.
I have to call everybody, like, hey, I'm going to go to this thing in the middle of the woods. Calm down.
Yeah. Riley's 45 minutes away.
We'll be all right.
I think it's also funny because your mom thinks that Arizona is like tiny because she's like, can't you just get to her right now? I'm like, I'm 45 minutes away.
That drive, even from where I was a 25-minute drive, and you don't live by me anymore. So I don't know.
I don't know what she thought I was going to do. Like, did she think I was going to bust in there and like save you from a murderer?
I want everyone to understand, we were not in college. I was 23 years old. I was not a child. I was an adult.
Yeah, we had graduated college.
Paying my own bills, my own rent.
Yeah. God. Anyways.
Oh, what a mess.
Oh, man. We have so many fun stories to tell, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Like the guy in the ambulance.
Your eyes like saw into the past.
I know, the guy in the ambulance because I got fucking alcohol poisoning. And then the guy,
Aubrey and I talk about that all the time.
The guy who drove the ambulance, I had alcohol poisoning. I'll be straight up honest with you. I was like half naked in my own puke. And
yeah, in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Covered in puke.
The guy that drives the ambulance becomes my regular at the restaurant that I work at years later. And I didn't tell you that. Tell you that. He became my regular. And every time he'd see me, he'd be like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, I don't think so.
Like, yeah, you saw my full tit, sir.
Like, I don't think you know me. I have no idea. And he would just be like, do you do salsa classes? Like, how do I know you? Why do I know you? And I remember the moment that I realized who he was, and I was like,
oh my God.
I didn't say anything.
Well, I'm surprised you even remembered. You were so shit-faced.
Yep.
Strangers to lovers.
He was also like a grandpa. Like he was pretty old.
Oh God. I wasn't in the ambulance. I didn't get that pleasure. I had the pleasure of driving drunk after you guys to the hospital.
Yeah.
So I could take your drunk ass home.
I literally was like, I remember the ambulance driver like having dark hair, and so when he told me what he did, and he was like, I know you, and he was like, I was like, what do you do? He was like, I'm an ambulance driver, and I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, well, I've only been in an ambulance once, so I literally, I don't know if I snuck a picture of him or if I just explained what he looked like to Aubrey, but Aubrey was like, no, that was him. I was like, oh my god, I'm writing that book.
Because Aubrey can handle her liquor a lot better than us.
Like, see, if you write a book based off of my life, I would love to know. I have a lot of stuff.
Lexi, you have to message me because I have a lot of dirt on her. She won't tell you.
There's a lot of things that you. Oh God.
Listen, nobody could say we were boring in college. We lived our lives. We certainly lived it.
Oh, yikes. That's not a bad plot for a book, actually. Like, see,
listen, freshman year alone could be a series of novellas.
I can't even think about it. I try not to think about it too hard.
Yeah, it's funny. I think back and I'm like, man, I lived with RJ for 2 years.
Yeah.
What did we do? Like, literally, what did we do?
Well, and even then, but there, like, in the middle when we didn't live together, I was still there.
I saw you every day. Yeah.
I basically lived there. Oh, and we've lost her.
Uh-oh.
Well, anyway, it's time
we
to
glitched. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
They're telling us to cut it. They're giving us the lights.
Yeah. They're playing the music. All right.
Okay, we love you, Lexi, and everybody who's watching.
Yeah, I'll post the fucking books that Rylie decided to do for this next fucking Happy New Year, everybody. Goddamn. I'll post them in the Discord. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. Stay smutty, friends. Love you.
We have one more, and then the holiday break.
Yes, one more on the 14th, I believe. The 13th or the 14th. Yes. I'll put it in the Discord, and then we're breaking until New Year.
And no one will have to read Priory until the New Year. Okay, I won't make anybody do the first section in 2 weeks.
There's no way I'm going to be able to. I literally have finals coming up in the next 2 weeks. There's no fucking way.
No problem. No problem. We'll wait.
Love you. Stay smutty.
Bye. Love you. Bye.